They sent us another one. Today we got our first impressions on the Way of Wade Shadow 4. I like these. Let's check them out. Welcome back to our channel. Today we got our first impressions on Way of Wade Shadow 4. Like I just said, Way of Wade sent these to us again. We didn't even know they were coming. We had no idea. Like, we got an email from them saying, hey, we just sent you another shoe to test out. I like the look for these. I'll go ahead and bring them down to the shoe so you can, to the foot, I guess, so you can get a better shot. Chase, what are we thinking about the Shadow 4? It's our third shoe that we've tested out from Li-Ning.
Honestly, like, I mean, these things are clean.
We'll start with the appearance.
These are clean. I really do like the colorway. It's super simple. Yeah. I actually don't know what this colorway is called, but Landon actually came out and said the sunset colorway.
Would work. I went rainbow sherbet first, and he did not like that.
Yeah.
He wasn't feeling the rainbow
sherbet. But overall, man, yeah, these things are super clean.
These remind me a little bit of the Air Jordan 36, just with like kind of the whole model construct. The upper feels like it's kind of thin, and it's got that same feel to it. But before we get into that, we'll go ahead and do our whole spiel. So these are this is a Shadow 4. Like I said, Li-Ning actually sent these to us. That's so cool. They've been kind of working with us a little bit. They sent us the 8082 Ultra first last year. It was the first Way of Wade shoe I ever played in. Then they sent us the All City 10 V2. We checked those out, we liked those too, and then they just sent us these. We're hoping for the Way of Wade 10s next, because that's like one of the shoes that I've heard a lot about in that brand. It's supposed to be super nice. Now let's go ahead and come back. We'll focus on these a little bit. So yeah, these are gonna retail for $120. That lines up with the 808-2. Not the Ultra. We checked out the Ultra. Those are like $160. 808-2, I think, is also at $120. So honestly, I thought that these were like just always a super expensive shoe brand. Like, I thought Way of Wade, they look luxury, they look high class, they look like they're just super expensive. Some of them are. The Way of Wade 10s, I'm pretty sure those are like $225, very expensive. Some of them are also $120, a very nice budget-friendly model. But before we get any further, I'll kind of bring you back over here to me. Chase, what kind of socks are we rocking today?
Ooh, today we are rocking the Baller X colorway socks, guys. You can check them out on our website at Shoewear Co.
Just had some sales on them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
If you're not a fanatic on the socks, though, we also got some brand new merch. We got some hoodies out there for the hoodie season.
Dude, these hoodies, guys, these hoodies come out so clean. We have a few different models of them. This is a medium. This is a small. Didn't mean to get that size, but I had to rock it. It's actually freaking cold out here today, so that's kind of why we're wearing the hoodie anyways. I got we got more shirts and stuff like that. Like he already said, we got socks, different designs. Go check those out. Back to the shoes. So yeah, Way of Wade Shadow 4. Clearly, I haven't played in like any Way of Wade shoes, so I'm assuming if this is the 4th, there were 3 models ahead of these, and we can all assume that I haven't played in any of them. So I don't know much about like how the previous ones have kind of performed. I really like the 8082 Ultra. The All City 10 V2 is kind of right there with them. I don't know. I like the look for these at least. Let's see how they play. All right, so now go ahead and getting on the court, kind of checking these out, seeing how they feel for performance. Before we do that, let me know, what are we thinking about the Way of Wade Shadow 4? But I forgot the name because, oh man, we'll do a little spin around for you. These puppies are pretty. These are clean. I know you guys are liking them too. I know you guys are liking them. I love it. We've been having people, some of the people that have been watching my channel for a while, or our channel for a while now, have been like commenting like, hey, I want to get into these Way of Wade shoes because I never reviewed them. We're seeing more people take interest in them just like I am. So I think that's really cool. But now we'll go ahead and just, also this is first impressions, guys. So this isn't going to be our long version. I'll go back in, I'll do like a full review. That'll come out in a week or two, most likely, of indoor, kind of like more of a performance side. But now we'll see how they test outdoors. So we'll start off with the cushioning, and I'll bring you back down here real quick before I get on the court. Then we'll start kind of moving through this review. So these have like that boom midsole, I want to say. It's like, well, a lot of what Way of Wade does is puts in these like one-piece drop-in boom midsoles. I'm actually not going to say that these have that because I haven't done the tech spec like research on it yet, but I want to say that's what they use most of the time, so it might be something like that.
While we're down here though, how's the sizing?
How's the sizing on them? Oh shoot, well, I'll bring you back. But these are a little bit of a narrow fit. Maybe not super wide footer friendly compared to, I want to say the 8082 Ultra was a little bit wider. The All City 10 V2 was also kind of narrow. As far as the length is pretty standard. Like you got about a thumb's width, maybe slightly less. So
you got a
the
10
fit
and a
on
half?
these, yeah, 10 and a half. The fit on these is perfect for me. Kind of about how I like my shoes to feel. It is slightly, I don't want my keys. Get out of here. So it is slightly like, slightly on the narrow side though. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I don't have wide feet. It doesn't really bother me. So now we'll kind of see how they feel for cushion. So I knew we were gonna miss the first shot. If you edit this and you start doing that to that ball again, I'm gonna be pissed. So, all right guys, so for the cushion doesn't feel too bad. All right, let's not miss every shot today. It feels like it's not gonna be super padded from what I'm like noticing so far. Like, I wanna say if I had to be straight, probably the All City 10 V2 and the 808 Ultra might have been a little bit more padded. One thing about weight shoes though, they always feel good in the heel. That's something I notice about these models. Like the forefoot, like I haven't played in a lot of bouncy models outside of like Nike brand where they really spring that forefoot. Jordan 36, Kyrie Infinity, stuff like that, good bounce in the forefoot, GT Cut 2, Cosmic Unity. Other brands, they don't normally do stuff like that. That's a brick. They don't normally do stuff like, that's a brick too. They don't normally do stuff like that. So these have a pretty balanced feel. As far as the support goes, these have a really similar look to the Air Jordan 36, like I said, and a similar feel. So like, this is really thin. Really great breathability in there. You also see these holes. Good breathability in there too, but this is also a scratchy, very like, you can't come out of that material.
Yeah, it
so
seems very supportive.
It's very supportive. Look at that, this even is like kind of more pulling this forwards. Really great support features from what I can tell. This lacing system is just really cool. Look at that, kind of box you around that whole lacing setup. This is a cool model, I swear. This is a really cool model. See if we can make a shot. All right, guys, I do play basketball. So, not too bad on the support thing. And these feel like, with how thin that upper is, it feels like a light shoe. I can't guarantee it because I haven't weighed it yet. Feels like they're gonna be a pretty light shoe, and I like that. Big fan of that. Real quick, after just bottom that shot, give you a shot at the traction real fast before we get out of here. What are we looking at? That's like All City 10 V2 copy paste.
Yeah,
almost the exact same.
Kind of like, almost like a little honeycomb-ish.
And so I will say, right, guys, we're outdoors, so traction's more of a.
Seems pretty durable though for outdoors.
Yeah, it feels durable. Traction's more of like kind of up in the air whenever we're outdoors because we can't see how it really bites on a court, on like a cleaner court. But like outdoors, it feels good. And I will say, they feel kind of sticky. Like they feel like they definitely got some stick to them. I don't know if that means they could be a dust collector. That means they may not hold up amazing. They could still slide, but from what I'm getting initially, I think the traction is gonna play really nice. So I mean, between the support, the cushion's probably what I'm down on the most with this model, and it's still not bad. Like, comfortable model, just not gonna blow you away with anything too soft. Everywhere else, these are nice. That wraps up our first impressions on the Way of Wade Shadow 4. Had a rough shooting start, but we rallied. That's why I told Chase we were gonna rally. These things, I'll say this about the shoe, are kind of a good time for it. Kind of tough to get on and off. Like the laces really stick within these like lacing holes, and that's a good thing for support. It's a bad thing if you like getting your shoes off easy after a game. But yeah, Shadow 4s, I mean, really solid all around model. I mean, if I'm gonna nitpick initially, we're on an outdoor surface, so I can't necessarily say they're gonna play super stiff, but it's not the softest model. Everywhere, it feels like they're gonna be light. You see all the thin stuff on the upper. Traction's got some bite. Feels like it's gonna be pretty durable. I don't know, all around, not bad.
So Landon, people are gonna ask, this is another Way of Wade model. Is it worth it compared to the other ones right now? What do you feel?
At 120 bucks, so comparatively, like I said, I've kind of talked up some of the other ones. These feel like they're kind of right on playing with that All City 10 V2. Like the 808 Ultra, it's 160. It's a little bit more expensive. Felt a little bit better. These 120 feel about the same, I want to say. Yeah, but I mean, the models, they always look clean. They always get me there. But guys, the full shoe review, like I said, it's going to come out in a week or two, so make sure you're looking out for that. Until next time, that wraps up our first impressions. Peace.